Hi folks, today I'm going to show you the anatomy of a simple Startup DITA project, which should give you enough leverage to properly begin your own DITA project implementation. And in the Oxygen GitHub projects organizations, we have this DITA Startup project new project template. And this template is also included in an Oxygen distribution, and we'll start with an Oxygen 28.1 installation with the terminology checker add-on installed, because the Startup DITA project will also have some terminology rules. In Oxygen, I can go to project, new project, and then I can select the Startup DITA project and choose the folder where I want to create my startup project. And this project comes with some project specific options. So once my project is installed, let's see what it contains. And I have a list here just so that I do not forget. So it starts with the project data map, which is the main data map of my project, and then a topics folder containing my topics, a reusable folder containing my reusable components, and maybe my keys. So if I open the project data map here, I can see my first topic, and I can see a reference to the reusable content data map, and to the map containing the keys that I can use in my topic in order to reuse maybe product names. And as you see here in the project, the main files folder is enabled, and it refers to the project data map. And why is this important? Maybe I want, for example, to rename a file. So I can press F2 and maybe change its name. So here you see that when I rename any file in my project, the rename is done also in the main data map and also in other files which may have references to this rename file. It's similar if I want to move the file to another folder, or even when I want to delete the file. Oxygen reminds me that the file is referenced in other places in my project. So as a seed here of your project, you see that the main files folder helps Oxygen understand what are the main resources. You may have here multiple data maps or data open toolkit project templates. Sometimes it may be useful for you to define certain words that are not highlighted by the spell checker as errors. So if we go to the Oxygen settings, spell checking, you can see that the spell checker preferences are switched to project level, and automatic spell checking is enabled. Also here you can check other settings, and they will all be saved at project level because this project options setting was checked. And in the dictionaries preferences page, we have set a custom learned words folder to be also added to the dictionaries, to the large list of words that the English dictionary contains. So if I go here and look in the learned words folder, I can see that, for example, the word combo box is added here because I do not want, when I'm using combo box in my project, I do not want it to be underlined as an error. So with this combination of project level options, I can save at project level various references to various resources which make up the customization for my project. So I showed you how to define custom logged words. This is only for English. You can add other files for French, for German, and so on. But how about terminology rules? Because sometimes you have terms which are more than one word. The spell checker can be used to highlight individual words, but how about if you have sequences of words that you want to be underlined and to be reported as problems? And here is where the terminology checker add-on can help. So if you go to help, install new add-ons, you have a terminology checker add-on which can be installed in Oxygen, and I already have it installed on my side, so I have it here. And if I open, for example, a file, and let's say in my project I have defined an Oxygen term checker folder, and it has a list of not allowed terms. And here you can add multiple terms. Here, for example, it says never use a future tense in your project. So if I look in the terminology checker, this rule triggers, and in the topic I have this highlight here showing me the problem, and I can this terminology checker gives you a lot of leverage over what rules to define, how to match content, severity, and lots of other ways in which you can match the content, and even to run to match like a small XPath in which for certain elements you want to match content inside them or not. So how does the terminology checker trigger in my sample project? So if I look at settings, I can see here that I can see here all the project level settings, and the terminology rules are automatically loaded in our case from the default project terminology folder, and so they are loaded from here, default project terminology folder, and once I open a file they are applied as I'm typing. What else do I want to show you? This particular project comes with framework customizations, and let's look a bit inside them. So we have a data extension customization, and here is the data extension framework, which extends the base data framework provided by Oxygen and provides various customizations. So it provides new data file templates specific for my project. So when I click new and I click I want to search topic, I can see that only the topics in my custom project are shown. So these topics here. So I have here concept, reference, task, topic, and troubleshooting, and they can have content which is set up by me, by the project manager. And then when I click new, I can see only these choices. And the same for the data map. So I have data map project templates set up here. So when I do the new data map, Again, I can only choose from what my data map customization provides. What else? I have a custom CSS, and let's look what the custom CSS provides for editing content. So I have here phrase with keyref product color green. So if I open, for example, my first topic, I can see here that the phrase is green. So this custom CSS is added on top of all the other CSSs the data framework provides, and it's referenced here in the data extension framework. I also have a product name action which should appear here. So I have this product which expands to the phrase keyref product, and this is added um, via an author action. So if we look here, we have this author action, custom action, which is added on top of all the actions provided by the base data functionality in Oxygen. What else? I have custom content completion configuration, where whenever I insert a list item, a paragraph is inserted. So for example, if I insert an ordered list, you see that the paragraph is inserted along with the list item because I have this configuration set up. You can also see here that I have a custom validation, a Schematron based validation, which says you should have more than one list item, and this validation allows me also to fix the problem by adding another list item. So this custom validation rule is written in Schematron, and again part of my custom framework extension, provided with a custom validation scenario which I have exported from Oxygen. As you can see here, custom rules CH. Right, so no, not a bad way in which to start your own database project, because you have a proper structure, you have custom learned words, terminology checker rules, and the custom framework which provides you custom CSS, author action, Schematron validation, new file templates, and now for the end I kept the publishing template. So if you go to the project here, you will have two validation scenarios, which, if you look here, have a Startup DITA Project publishing template. So if you look here, the publishing template is available as a zip file, and it contains all the resources necessary for you to customize both webhelp and PDF specific for your organization. And I also have a Data Open Toolkit project file, which allows me to run the publication and obtain the published outputs for both webhelp and PDF. I hope you enjoyed my small talk. If you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe.